Hello everybody, it is Pixel, and I am back to try out a chicken mushroom ham pie. Now, I was going to make my own pie crust, but I found out something was up with my flour, and I could no longer use it. Unfortunate, but true. So I'm going to call one of my Pillsbury backup classic crusts to help me out with this. But normally I would be making a pie crust from scratch. And with that said, we're going to need chicken, ham, we're going to need parsley, apple cider vinegar, garlic, pepper and salt, mushrooms, chicken broth, a crust, and heavy whipping cream. So let's get going. So we're going to have a short little cooking segment that I've never had before called the Tale of Two Pie Crust. And here's how it goes. I was going to make my own pie crust until I found out that my flour had bugs in it that I did not see coming. So I had to throw out the flour. And then I thought, oh wait, I have a Pillsbury crust in the fridge. Yay, I'm saved, right? No, more disappointment has followed. I have one pie crust in the fridge and I need two, with no way to go buy one because Lyrical's streaming and I don't want to interrupt that. And with biscuits I haven't used yet in the fridge, I thought, light bulb, why don't we take the biscuits, cut them in half so they're not as thick, and use them for the topping of our pie. So guess what? We're going to experiment and do that today so that I have a complete pie. And I guess you're going to come along on my journey to see if it works. Sounds fun? Sounds fun to me too. Alright, back to your regular scheduled cooking. Alright, our first step after our little pie crust catastrophe would be to get our garlic and salt and pepper going. And then add our chicken to start cooking that. When it's well on its way to turning white over pink, we are going to add in our parsley. Have more than that. I just want to strip that one piece of its stem. Now it seems like a lot, but just roll with me here. Once the chicken is mostly headed to being white, you need to put in your mushrooms to join in all the cooking it's doing. Alright, when everything has been cooking for a while, we're going to put in our vinegar. And I've added some cornstarch to that, which was optional, which is why I didn't list it, to help thicken up the stuff that we're going to be adding in soon. Next, you're going to want to add in your ham. It's already cooked, so that gives us an edge on not having to leave it in so long. And finally, we are going to want to add in about a half a cup of our chicken broth we're going to be using, and let that start to slowly cook everything down. Last thing we're going to need to do to make that a pie filling is put in our cream. And we're going to let that stir in with everything else until it's combined, and I'll show you putting the pie together in a minute. And once that's all incorporated together, we are going to let it set for about an hour, honestly, until it's mediocre room temperature cool. So I'll see you back in about an hour. Alright, our stuff has been sitting long enough to cool off, and I am going to start filling up our pie crust with the good stuff. Alright, once that's all filled up with our filling, we'll go ahead and pour our dressing over it, or more like the gravy. Not really dressing. Try to make that sink in. Of course, why they didn't just let us keep it all together is beyond me. But here we are. And we've put our biscuits on for our pie crust, and the only thing left to do is put it into our preheated oven for about 40 minutes. And there we go. Our pie is finished. I'm going to let it rest for a while, and then we're going to try some out. Right, our pie's dished out. It's a little tiny bit thicker than I'd like on the sauce inside, but that's okay. Biscuit's going to help soak that up. Let's have a little bite of it. Well, all the flavors are there. The chicken is in there. I like the saltiness from the ham. Mushroom adds a little earthy flavor, and quite frankly, the biscuits help soak up some of the gravy on the inside. And that's pretty nice. So, if you have any thoughts on it, other than my pie crust boo-boo, or think of any other ways we could make this, or want to make this, leave me a like, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'm going to continue eating this and see you in the next video. Laters.